pandemic, Think Together has been able to really adapt and make their employees also feel comfortable with adapting to change. And it's awesome to see like how well, or how fast things can roll out with just, a huge team organization working together.
We are doing a lot to meet the needs of our district partners and school day. We are evolving in ways that we didn't know we could. We're innovating our programs and really diversifying the services that we offer, whether it's distance or in person. We've really leaned into what our partners are doing and have aligned with them to support our students getting what they need.
When I think about changing the odds for kids, I think about, going out into the community and making sure they have all the resources in terms of mental health, in terms of vocational schools, colleges, anything that they can be able to do to be able to help them succeed in life. That is what I think about daily.
Our staff's coming in, getting all their supplies, their shirts, their laptops, their badges, their curriculum, and being ready to support the launch of our programs here.
So our parents have been really grateful and really responsive to our in-person services. I think it was a huge relief knowing that their students have not only a safe place to be, but they're also getting the academic support that they need.
Once students are allowed back on campus, we will be following all of our in-person standard operating procedures for social distancing, so they can expect that 10-to-1 ratio, disinfecting stations at every location, frequent disinfecting of stations and materials by staff.
I continue to do this work because there is a need in our community for our young people. Their future could be very bright. Think Together coming into the community has been a wonderful asset for our young people, our parents, and our community as a whole.
Welcome to 2020 Lights On After School, Rising to the Moment. Lights On After School is an annual event sponsored by the After School Alliance to showcase and celebrate the importance of after-school programs in the lives of students all over the country, and how we at Think Together are rising to the moment to meet the needs of the communities we serve. I'm Joanna Lizarraga, the General Manager in the San Bernardino County region for Think Together. Think Together is the largest provider of after-school education and safety programs in California. Annually, we serve over 62,000 kindergarten through high school students in after-school programs across the state. We are so glad you could join us today to get an exclusive view of the essential role that after-school programs play throughout the country and right here in California. Our traditional Lights On events may look a little different this year. However, we are coming together now to celebrate how our after-school programs are rising to the moment to meet the needs of our schools and communities. 2020 has been a tough year for all of us, but one thing is certain. Expanded learning programs embrace the opportunity to persevere to continue serving our communities. When schools closed down in March, students all over the world were sent home. At Think Together, we immediately pivoted to use our expertise in working with students, schools, and communities to help meet this moment. Over the past 8 months, we have provided a variety of needs-based services, including all-day childcare, academic support, and enrichment through in-person, virtual, and hybrid models, family wellness checks, learning packets, translation services, devices, and food distribution, and so much more. As schools migrate back to in-person or hybrid models, we know that in-person after-school programs are more important now than ever before. Communities and families have been hit hard by the shutdown and economic recession. Parents and caregivers cannot get back to work fully unless their children have a safe and caring place to go. Students feel isolated and have been left to navigate their academics and emotional well-being with little support outside the home. Think Together has been listening to our students, our parents, and our school partners to find out how best we can meet the needs in today's confusing and ever-changing environment. To kick us off, I'd like to invite you to join me in listening to this next discussion with a group of our high school students to hear how they are coping with the current situation.
Hi everyone, I'm Gloria Alday. I'm the Director of Program and Operations for Older Youth Programs with Think Together, and I'm really excited to be here today in this special roundtable conversation with some of our high school students from across all of our regions.
Hi everyone, my name is Brandon and I'm a current 12th grader.
Hi, my name is Ruth and I'm a 12th grader.
Hi, my name's Regine and I'm a 12th grader.
Hello, my name is Alyssa and I am a 10th grader.
Hello, I am Angel and I am an 11th grader.
Hello, my name is Luz and I'm an 11th grader.
Hello, my name is Amber and I'm also in 11th grade.
Hi, my name is Sarah and I'm in 9th grade.
Hi, my name is Azneth and I'm a 12th grader.
Thank you, students, and for being here today. We just are really interested in how you're doing, and we have a few questions for you. We'll start opening by what's capturing your attention right now in 2020 in this moment.
We had to be careful of what we're doing or what it wants us to do, and just be careful wearing our mask. And just be careful what we have to do if any places that go wrong for us for now.
Much like Soraya, I realized that the food industry has been more stagnant when it comes to outdoor eating. So I actually took an interest in the culinary world, making risotto and bread and butter and stuff like that.
Well, what caught my interest is what's going on in the world. A lot of there's some people are panicking, some that are taking responsibility, and it's important that we all act safe, and it's important that we all play our role, like wearing a mask whenever we go outside. Before we'd be able to go outside and we didn't need it, now we do, and you just have to learn to adapt.
Thank you, Angel. I know, Ruth, you had unmuted yourself earlier. What's capturing your attention right now?
I was going to say that I agree with Azeneth that it's also the elections, because voting day is coming up and basically we're choosing someone that we want to run this country.
One thing I really am worried about is how long this is going to go on for. I know that a lot of students in the quarantine are suffering, especially with their learning environments where they may not have the resources to learn efficiently, such as internet or support at home, especially with children that have special needs. So that's really, really important that we try to resolve this as quick as possible, because it is worrying that students are unable to get equal education access.
For me, something exciting would be going back to school, even though I never thought I would say this, but I kind of miss it. But it's also scary because you don't know, is our school taking the correct measures to protect us, the students, which is their main priority is our safety. So are they taking the correct measures to make sure we're all socially distanced, we all have hand sanitizer before and after class and to and from class? So that's what's kind of scary, I guess, and exciting at the same time.
Yeah, I wanted to add that what's exciting me right now is the possibility of going back to school. I know being home is really hard, and it's just you want to be there in person to connect with your teachers. And actually, even me personally, I like to go because staying after school, I get to help in the Think Together study hall. So I just like to be able to do that.
I agree with Amber, and that it really sucks for the new coming freshmen and us seniors that we won't be able to physically experience school, and that this is once in a lifetime, I'm supposed to be going to school, but then this plague hit us.
The whole idea of graduating is really exciting, and just going forward to college and university It's really exciting. However, I feel like it's scary going into a world or a new normal that is with this pandemic. And it's going to be a change, and yeah, that's scary.
Throughout all of this, how has the extended learning program supported you?
The way this learning program helps me is by giving me opportunities. Usually, I'd have a difficulty. Usually, I have a difficult time fitting in groups or with people in general. I wasn't really good at that. But being accepted by this program gives me opportunity and get to meet new people.
I feel like Think Together has just given students the opportunity to learn and discover new things.
Much like the other students in the chat, I have connections with the site coordinator and the other PLs, and they really love to support us and really like to hear our opinions like this meeting here. And I really appreciate that, because as a student and as a child, it's hard to have our opinions heard and have it to even be thought about. So to be in a location where you can offer a club that you can choose, or you can offer a way to do something and they will actually consider it, is so good for us to learn about future ways of trying to discuss with bosses and stuff like that.
For me, Think Together has supported me in many ways, especially in my education, because the staff helps me with my homework, and they also remind me that going to college should be an option for us and we should start looking and getting the materials we need to apply. And also the staff and Think Together usually is like very like someone you can trust in, and they're like very comfortable to be around, that if in case you need someone to talk with or anything's going on in your life right now, like you can trust one of the staff members if you need them.
They've just become like my family over the past like 2 years, and even to this day, Think Together, I still participate with them after school, and they're just really important to me, and I'm very grateful to be able to have them.
Thank you to our students who share their valuable thoughts on school and after-school programs during this time that is so challenging for them. My name is Evelyn Sandoval, Director of Program and Operations for Think Together's Riverside County Regional Office. We as an organization have been so honored to be a part of the incredible communities we've served for over 20 years. We have watched students grow up, go to college, and start fulfilling careers. We've welcomed in their younger siblings and have had former Think Together students come back to join us as a volunteer, mentor, or a Think Together team member. Let's take a look at how our staff and caring communities are rising to the moment. The children and families who rely on publicly funded after-school programs are those already disproportionately affected by the current health and economic crisis. 9 out of 10 children served by California's after-school programs are children of color, and 84% are socioeconomically disadvantaged. A third of students in after-school education and safety programs are English language learners, and 25% of California's students experiencing homelessness are served proudly by after-school programs. We must work together so that our children and families have what they need in the short and the long term. After-school programs are operating for longer hours, have increased costs due to new safety and sanitation practices, and have deployed additional staff to support the smaller student-to-staff ratio. Please help us by joining the call for increased investments in after-school and request that our policymakers and community leaders ensure our kids continue to have access to essential after-school care. You will see a QR code appear on the screen. Please scan it with your smartphone and it will link you to a petition. We ask everyone who cares about the kids and families who rely on after-school programs to sign our Keep the Lights On petition. Thank you for your support.
I like that I could have some teachers to talk to after school and I can hang out with my friends.
We have this brand new program leader who makes it even more fun.
It feels great to know that someone's gonna help me when I don't know what to do.
And that way I'm not like at home bored and like doing nothing.
You have somebody to talk to and you're not lonely.
I would be watching TV, drinking Coke, eating chips and just playing video games. Instead, I was meeting new people while just having fun. Instead of being in front of the TV, I was outside.
It's interesting how to like see how your favorite games are like made and stuff.
You get blocks and you stack them together, making a program do what you want using the blocks.
It's actually really fun. It kind of relieves my stress.
For basketball, when I couldn't do a layup, my coach Gabby, she told me that to not say that I can't, just to keep on going. It made me really think really hard that to not doubt myself.
I like when we play soccer or kickball.
Last year I wasn't doing so good and I wanted to start a cheer squad. So then this year I improved my behavior and we got a cheer squad.
We get to do fun stuff.
My personal favorite, what I like to call the rap club. Done before we pull up in them photos, keep the hammer in my hand like the baking soda logo.
Thank you for giving me a place to be with my friends.
For giving me a place to be after school.
For helping me in art, math, and ELA.
For helping me understand my math homework.
Thank you for providing healthy snack.
For having fun with me.
They are always there to help me and they lift up my spirit.
Thank you for playing catch with me.
When I have to miss things together, I'm sad.
Thank you for helping me and caring for me.
Teaching us to be nice people.
Thank you for letting me be myself.
For spending time with us.
For teaching me to be a better person.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
After-school programs are so valuable. First of all, they provide that safe place for students to go while their parents are at work.
My husband and I are both essential workers, so this definitely has benefited our family a lot.
I am very happy and thankful for this program because this allows me to continue with my work with a safe peace of mind that they're okay and they're well taken care of. And I don't have any worries because I know that my children are being educated.
I'm a full-time mom and I work full-time.
And I'm a foster mom, so I have a lot of kids at home. And sometimes I don't have the time to sit down with each kid to help them out with the homework. And the after school program has always been so helpful, and the kids love it. They look forward to it every day, and they're really, really helpful and fun more than anything.
Now more than ever, the value of expanded learning is unprecedented, from the support that our youth are receiving at a social emotional level, to the help with food assistance, to the enrichment activities that you're able to do, whether running an in-person program or distance learning. All of that work is so incredible and really allows our youth to thrive.
I feel that my children have been doing better in school.
They're in the after school program learning and having fun and learning positive tools, to use not only at school, but in their personal life.
After school programs are as critical during this COVID period as they were prior to COVID. From my lens, being an educator, the after school program provides that perfect place for them to have those adults around them to help them when they're struggling, to help guide them to think about how to problem solve. Sometimes those mentors and role models can be the glue that inspires them to not give up and to have people believe in them.
The program leaders step in and the site coordinators step in to help them when they need to or they need assisting. Now they get to interact with other students, and at the same time they get that extra support.
I love Think Together. They help Kayla with homework. She loves the activities. She enjoys being there.
It's just really important for our kids to have those additional extracurricular activities and sports opportunities and dance opportunities and arts opportunities. Kids have to have a why to come to school, and just doing math and English and writing isn't the thing that always inspires them, but they will oftentimes press in those areas when they know that they get to the fun part of their day, which is being able to participate in some of the after school programs.
I cannot begin to express what an amazing experience we have had with this program. My son has learned so much, and he's always excited to log in and talk to his teachers, and they're always teaching him something new, and they're playing games, and he's laughing, and he's just enjoying himself.
We need to continue the funding for after-school programs, knowing that this is such a critical service that our families need to really close the gaps of inequity in terms of the social and fiscal resources that our families may not have.
We must all be after-school advocates, share our stories, talk about how after-school programs have positively impacted so many lives, contact our legislatures and let them know why funding of after-school programs must continue. Make sure that after-school programs continue to provide extra support and a safe, structured environment for students every single day.
To me, the after-school program are the connections and the glue that give kids the experiences that make them feel connected, that make them feel that they belong, that make them feel that they are cared for and that they matter to a school and a community. And when kids feel that, in their after-school programs, they also begin to believe that about what's happening in their classrooms during the school day.
Think Together has definitely impacted my life and my family in a positive way. I see it more of like a blessing to have this extra support.
I am committed to protecting the funding for after-school programs because it's vital for our kids. Kids need extra support. Schools already as it is are overcrowded. So the after-school program offers them smaller group learning, and that is really, really important.
It's programs like this that definitely make a world of a difference in our children's life. And I will continue to always be supporting programs like this. So I just want to say thank you, Think Together, for allowing us to be a part of the program.
Hi, everybody. My name is Randy Barth, and I'm the founder and CEO of Think Together. Today, I want to talk to you about two things: Lights On After School and the way traditional school has been disrupted, and what Think Together is doing during the great pandemic to meet this moment for the students we serve. Lights On After School is a national day established to raise awareness on the importance of after-school programs to providing a well-rounded education to all kids, but especially underserved kids. The pandemic has laid bare the disparities between socioeconomic classes in the economy, in healthcare, in criminal justice, and in education systems. This raises the question for each of us as individuals and each of us as organizations. What did we do during the great pandemic to address these disparities? After-school programs are also referred to as expanded learning programs because the additional learning programs sometimes occur during summer, spring break, or other times throughout the year, not just between the hours of 3 to 6 p.m. we often think of as after school. Never has this been more true than during the great pandemic. After school, or more appropriately, expanded learning, increasingly takes place as a component of the school day. At Think Together, we partner with schools to improve education outcomes for students. This has taken on additional forms during the pandemic. In one model, even when schooling is online, we are bringing the most vulnerable students and students of essential workers back on campus. Here they have good computers, good connectivity, support from paraprofessional staff, socialization with friends, outdoor recreation, and good meals. This helps increase their focus and the efficacy of their learning during the school day. Another version, our favorite, where schools have used COVID to disrupt the industrial school model and are using technology and smaller class sizes in combination with expanded learning to differentiate instruction to better meet students' needs and give them more targeted support afforded by the smaller student groupings mandated by safe social distancing. We call this the TLC model: teaching, learning online, and coaching. In addition, we also offer expanded learning during the after-school hours, whether in person or online, to align with the needs of schools running a more traditional school schedule. What have we done at Think Together to meet the moment? We've used research and best practices in collaboration with our school partners to expand learning opportunities for all students, especially the most vulnerable. That's what we call Lights On.
Thank you so much, Randy, and all the other important voices who recognize the importance and need for after-school programs. Hi, I'm Oscar Magana, Regional Supervisor in the LA Metro Regional Office for Think Together. In California, there are 1.6 million students enrolled in an after-school program, yet there are over 2 million kids who are waiting for an available after-school program, and 1.2 million children who are alone and unsupervised after school. 82% of parents say that after-school programs help them keep their job, and yet California's education code falls short in protecting the sustainability of after-school programs like ours to meet the growing multi-million-dollar deficit and leaves our essential programs vulnerable to catastrophic budget cuts that threaten our programs to close their doors altogether. Our communities need strong leaders in public offices to advocate for the children and the families who directly benefit from these essential programs. Let's listen to some of these leaders.
Hello, I'm Dr. Extian Gutierrez, Mayor of Moreno Valley. Using the After School Education and Safety, or ACES grant, we partner with Think Together to bring extended after-school learning to 43 elementary and middle schools in the Moreno Valley and Val Verde Unified School Districts. Our program, at least in non-pandemic time, serves about 4,000 students each year. Since the City of Moreno Valley took on the role of being the local grantee for ACES, our after-school program has served close to 50,000 students. How many young people we've protected from getting into trouble, we'll never know. How many we've helped do better in school, we'll also never know for sure. But we do know that the numbers clearly show that the hours between when school lets out and mom or dad gets home from work are the riskiest hours of the day for children and teens. So having provided students with a safe alternative during the afternoon and early evening hours has no doubt helped many of them stay out of trouble and do better in school. In short, no one needs to look any further than Moreno Valley to see that after-school programs work. So it's my pleasure and privilege to be asked to lend my name and my voice to the Lights On After School campaign. In our program, we spend about $12 a day to provide each student with about 3 hours of academic support and healthy socialization. all within a safe, welcoming, and caring environment. I'm no Wall Street stockbroker, but I know an obviously great investment when I see it. And this is a great investment. And it's not just me praising our work. I am so proud to report to you that our after-school extended learning program was honored just this past summer by the League of California Cities with its Helen Putnam Award for Excellence. It's the highest award bestowed on any city project or program in the state of California. The award specifically cited the excellence of our partnerships in providing this safe haven for students in Moreno Valley. We work closely with two terrific school districts, which I've learned in my time as mayor is not the case in every city. Too many city governments and school boards have conflicting agendas. That keeps them from forming productive partnerships and close working relationships like the one we have with Moreno Valley and Val Verde Unified School Districts and Think Together. And what binds us together is our shared concern for the well-being of the children of Moreno Valley, plain and simple. I also want to thank state lawmakers and Governor Newsom for protecting funding for after-school programs, especially during these very difficult times. You can thank them too if you text LIGHTS ON to 52886. A thank you message will be delivered to those lawmakers who worked hard to keep the lights on after school. Together, we are changing and even saving lives. Thank you.
Hi everybody, my name is Holly Mitchell and I am your state senator in the California legislature. And I want to say hey now to all of the Think Together Lights On parents and teachers and most importantly students. You know, after school programs have always been very important to me. As a kid myself growing up in LA, it was the after school programs where I got homework help, I learned how to crochet and hang out with my friends until my mom got home from work. The same applied to me when I grew up and became a mom. My son got to do fun things like play basketball and do science project and again, get homework help before I could get home from work. And so please know that my entire 10 years in the legislature, I've worked really hard to make sure that after school programs get the resources they need to be able to keep the lights on, literally. And I'm very proud that this year, because of the COVID public health and economic pandemic, and the big hole it blew in our state budget, we were able to fight to continue funding for after-school programs. And we'll continue to do that because we know how important those services are to you. So welcome back, keep the lights on, and have a great time in your after-school program.
Thank you for helping us fight against the proposed cuts in the state budget that would have been devastating for vulnerable children and families throughout our communities. Because of our collective efforts, thousands of families will not be forced to choose between going to work, caring for their children, or leaving them unsupervised as they leave their homes to perform essential duties that support our local communities and provide for their families. Our voices fought hard to protect our children's access to quality care and peace of mind of knowing that our students are in a safe and nurturing environment. We applaud your commitment to protecting after-school funding in the California budget for our students who need it most. While we have averted the devastating impacts of a catastrophic $100 million cut to our state's after-school programs, the road ahead is still unknown. Before the COVID-19 crisis hit California, after-school programs were already underfunded and struggling to keep pace with the increasing minimum wage, which is set to go up again in January. California currently spends less than $3 an hour for after-school care for our most vulnerable students. With the increased need as a result of this crisis, after-school programs will need to rise to the moment again to provide even more support to students and families. Join us in our mission to protect after-school because our fight is far from over. You can help your local after-school program by texting LIGHTS ON to 52886 or scan the QR code on your screen.
Together, we will shine a light on the impact after-school programs are making across the country. With your support, we will continue to rise to the moment by providing the essential services our families need to beat this pandemic. Scan the QR code on the screen to see our fellow advocates who are fighting right now to keep the lights on after school. Our country and communities are stronger when we all vote. You can make a significant difference in the lives of children, families, and our expanded learning community by making sure you, your family, friends, loved ones, and neighbors have a plan to vote safely. On Tuesday, November 3rd, make sure your voice is heard.
You're broken down and tired of living life on the merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Move mountains, we gon' walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, I'll like the waves. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. The silence isn't quiet, and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe. And I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet. Move mountains, bring it to its feet. Move mountains. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And for that we have each other. And we will rise, we'll rise,
I'm very appreciative to be employed by Think Together, very much. And and even just saying it just like that, it really, I can talk to you so much about how much gratitude I have, especially during this time. And when there's so many people right now that, that don't, that lost their jobs, and Think Together already has me bought in as an employee before this time. I was already bought in. And now that we're going through this, I'm really seeing like how my employer is showing up for me, my family, and my PL that's under me. I love her. I love my PL, So to see that Think Together is taking care of my PL, it's like all around. So this is just, I feel like I need to do something like this to be able to say, thank you, Think Together, for employing me. What else can I do to make sure that, that we're supporting our families and our stakeholders and all of that. So I'm like, this is, so for me, the pressure is huge just because it means, this organization means a whole lot to me.
A lot of our families are experiencing a lot of hardships, so we're trying to provide them with as many resources as possible.
I had the opportunity to be a part of the distance learning content curation team, and I and my teammates content curated over 500 lessons in a matter of 2 weeks. I am leading my team through uncharted waters and paving the way towards a new normal for our students and the communities that we serve.
I'm doing my part to help during the pandemic by continuing to plan for our children's future through our organization.
Being innovative and adaptive.
Although we may be apart, we're in this together. So hopefully you guys are staying positive, staying connected virtually.
Think Together is serving our communities in new and creative ways. And I want our communities to know about it. I want all of our staff to know about it so they can be involved, so they can take advantage of the resources that we have.
We're providing our parents daily activities, or any links or anything that might support them during this time. We're in constant communication with them, letting them know we're here for them and to support them in any way that we can.
Thank you for joining us today to learn more about Think Together and how our after-school programs are rising to the moment. If you would like to find out more about us, visit thinktogether.org or email us at info@thinktogether.org. Have a wonderful evening, and thank you for helping us to keep the lights on after school.
Never faced this before. I bet you're feeling unsure. A place we've never been, but we're on our way to another win. And the odds we change, our stories left behind for another day.
Now the battle we face leaves the trail we've made, and the footsteps we make are the ones our students take. Hear our sound, we'll sing loud. This is how we became big, proud. Hear our sound, we'll sing loud. This is how we became big, proud. We do all that we can. Together we will stand, pushing and striving and climbing to lend out a helping hand. Come together and you'll see it's there for you and me. Passion for partnership, reaching out to you for us is key. And the odds we change are the stories left behind for another day. Now the battle we face leaves a trail we've made, and the footsteps we make are the ones our students take. Hear our sound, we'll sing loud. This is how we became big, proud. Hear our sound, we'll sing loud. This is how we became big, proud. Hear our sound, we'll sing loud. This is how we became big, proud. Hear our sound, we'll sing loud. This is how